People, this is your friend and your host Anime Bhai Kranti here again, with the new what if. And our what if is, what if Deku was born slime? Like the slime anime, the new slime anime. Yeah, Rimuru Senpai. Yeah, that's pretty amazing anime, I might say. Like one of the best isekai of the current generation, in my opinion, by far. So yeah, essentially, I'm just gonna go into the what if because I haven't posted any new what if in 2 days because I've been posting some music. Please check them out if you want to. Yes, I do music too, and I also do what if because why not? Love them both. Yeah. Okay, so our what if starts. Well, obviously, Izuku is gonna be corkless. The main timeline, he's not gonna be corkless in this what if. But we're just gonna give him some kind of we're gonna switch his parents' quirk. His mother has a telekinesis short quirk, it's not that huge, and his father has a fire breathing quirk. Okay, so we're gonna give his father a quirk named AI. Essentially, this basically he has a helping AI in his brain, which helps him with every situations. It's not that powerful, but it's an AI, Jarvis, what Tony Stark has on his helmet. I like Marvel too, AI, the AI kind of Great Sage. Yeah, the Rimuru has that Great Sage, or which evolves into Great Sage Raphael. Yeah, I know. True fans, you know what I mean. Yeah, so it's gonna be something like that. So we don't know the name of the AI, but it's essentially the concept is AI. And his mother's quirk is gonna be absorption. So she can absorb anything, any form of matter, energy, or antimatter. Yeah, things gonna get really crazy with this what if because I'm gonna make a really OP Deku, super OP Deku. Yeah, so it's gonna be her mother is gonna get absorption. So her quirk is it's gonna be it's absorption, but we're gonna change the name because absorption things not too epic Rimuru has. So we're gonna name the quirk into, let's see, how about devour. Yeah, everything whatever she absorbs or devours, she can essence, in an essence she can control, she can get the energy from it. So that's why our mama Midoriya, yeah, she's never gonna get she's never gonna become the chubby the anime. She's always gonna be thick and plump because she's always youthful, because she always absorbs every energy, and that's why she becomes she always stays youthful. Yeah, sorry about the noise, my neighbor is being weird again, sorry about that. Yep. And that's why Hisashi married Inko, because AI tells him that, yeah, if you get that booty, you're gonna get the prime booty all the time, Yeah. Sorry. So essentially, AI and devour, that's gonna be their quirk. So in Midoriya is born, and he's gonna be he's gonna born, and both of their quirk match, both of their quirks get into Deku, and Deku gets the both of their combo quirk gets into Deku, and they mix together really well. And that's why Deku was born with not slime quirk, but it's kind of the Great Sage AI which got like really powerful, because Deku absorbs like sunlight and other form of energy like electricity. He can absorb even life force also. So it's like Devour and AI becomes together, and because of that, because of he's like constantly around sun, and he like absorbs a lot of sunlight because of his mother's quirk, which will have a side effect that his AI gets like boosted, like it becomes like really powerful because of like constant energy source. It becomes super powerful, like to the level of like great sage, and it's like an AI. So it suggests like its primary function is to make sure that Deku, whatever Deku like thinks, or whatever like Deku's preferences is to like do whatever it requires, or Deku requires, to achieve the mission that Deku has. And Deku, as we know from the kid, like from the like very first episode of anime and manga, from the very first chapter of manga, he wants to be like the All Might. He wants to become like the symbol of peace. So that's why like the AI, we're not gonna call her AI, we're gonna call her just Great Sage, because it's much simpler. So that's why Great Sage always like use Devour to absorb like energy, like constantly like absorbing like sunlight, moonlight, even wind pressure, like energy. Essentially, Great Sage is she, so she's like absorbing energy for him, like, and that's like boosting Great Sage a lot, like in terms of like capacity and in terms of like her performance. So it's been going like that, and it's been going like for like years. In this what if, in this timeline, Bakugo wouldn't be like like, you're just a useless Deku, he's not gonna be a prick. He's gonna be like, oh, Deku, he values his like intelligence and like spontaneousness, because Great Sage, because of Great Sage, Deku can like find like solution to difficult like situation spontaneously, because Great Sage can do that. If you know the like Tensuda anime, you know that what I'm talking about. Like if you know like that one time I got reincarnated in the slime anime, you know what I mean. That guy knows, like Great Sage can like find solution for everything. So it's gonna be like that. And so we're gonna be so Bakugo is like really respectful to Deku, because he's like, that guy is like really smart, and that guy is really powerful. So he's not a prick, and he's not a DICK. At this timeline, he's like respectful to Deku, but he tries to bully other people, and Deku's like, Kachan, stop that. That's not a hero-like behavior. You should not do that. So Bakugo is like, okay. He's like, whatever. But we're still gonna call him Deku because I like the name, and it's my what if. Okay, Deku. So he essentially becomes like that powerful. So like slime. So he's like. So we're gonna like jump into the timeline where Deku is like going to his like home, like taking a shortcut through under the bridge, and then the sludge villain is like, hey kid, give me your body. He's being like completely pedophile, like pedophilistic, like, hey kid, give me your body, I need your body now. So Deku is like so Great Sage is like so the slime, that's a slime villain, that's a sludge villain, sorry. The sludge villain like attacks him and tries to like take control of him, and Great Sage is like entity found, sludge, trying to absorb it, trying to devour it. And she, like Great Sage, makes sure, like in order to ensure Deku's survival, she absorbs sludge within Deku. And Great Sage is like, analysis complete, sludge, analysis complete, evolution, slime, analysis complete, evolution, slime body, unique skill, slime body, unparalleled regeneration, slime body, then evolution, predator, basically devour, evolves into Predator because we have to give him Predator. Unique skill. And on Deku's mind, it's like, what's happening? Where is my leg? Where is my feet? Because he turns into like slime. But we're gonna make him green slime because the sludge was green-ish. So green. So and plus Deku's color is like green hair color. So yeah, green sludge. So All Might comes in that moment and he's like, what the hell? Where's the sludge villain? Why there is like a slime? And like slowly, Great Sage tells Deku, Master, do you want me to reconstruct your body into your previous form? Deku was like, yeah, sure. Like, request complete. Then there is like from the out of slime, Deku becomes like the normal body that we know, like Deku, and he's like, report, unique skill, you got Predator, skill evolution, Devour evolved into Predator. It's like, oh good, what can Predator do? Properties of Predator, it can absorb anything and mimic its attributes, and not only that, it can also absorb the energy of anything. Great Sage, by anything do you mean anything, like any person or any animal? Correct. And he's like, oh sweet, so does that mean they are lost within me? Incorrect. You can copy them because of my evolution. Your second unique skill, Great Sage, evolves into Great Sage Raphael. Yes, we're gonna give him a little bit early because it's my what if. Great Sage Raphael, you do not have to absorb the energy. If you want to absorb the energy, the entity will be absorbed into you completely, but you can still copy it as I can analyze it. It's like, Deku is like, oh cool. And at the time of this, All Might is like, hey kid, why are you talking to yourself? Where's the sludge villain? What happened to you? Are you okay? Then Deku is like, oh my shit, Lord, it's All Might. Oh, and he's like, he becomes like his kawaii moment. Oh, he's like having like a fanboy orgasm thingy. Yeah, and Deku is like, please sign my notebook. And All Might like signs his notebook, and he asks like, hey kid, is there supposed to be like sludge villain? Because I was tracking him. And Deku is like, oh him, I absorbed him. You did what? Yes, I absorbed him. Well, what? Yes, I absorbed him, and I can mimic his quirk, and see, my body I can turn into sludge. And he turns into like the cute version of Rimuru, but instead of blue, he's gonna become like green. And he's like talking through that like, well kid, you took care of one villain, that's good. Yeah, I know, heroes are not supposed to kill, but there's like, but it's my what if. Okay, take it as how it is. Okay, please, yeah, please. So he's like, All Might is like, well, that takes care of done. Okay, then I'm heading off to it. Bye, see you kid. And Deku is like, All Might, I have a simple question to ask you. Deku is like, All Might goes like, okay, shoot kid, what do you want to know? Tell me. And Deku is like, well, I don't have a very flashy quirk. All I can do is absorb energy and matter, and because of my current evolution, I can mimic them. Do you think I can become a good hero? Then All Might says like, kid, with your power, you cannot just become a good hero. You will become a great hero. Who knows? You might even surpass me. You might become the next symbol of peace. You might become the number one hero in not only just in Japan, in the whole eternity, in the whole world. Sorry, not eternity, because a lot of Dekus, we're gonna make some lot of OP Dekus. So Deku's like, yay, my hero is saying that I could be a great hero. Like on his mind, he's not like doing like Sailor Moon girly crap like yeah. So Deku is like that, and he's like heading back to his home, and the explosion and the position of like Bakugo never happens in this timeline. So All Might never gives Deku one for all, because he doesn't see the heroism aspect of Deku. He didn't got the chance to see that. So Mirio gets the one for all in this instance. So Deku is like preparing for like UA exams. Oh yeah, in the middle of that, like, you know, the teacher thing, what happens with like their school. So I know what you're all gonna do. You're gonna be all hero, and everybody flares their car. Yeah, that stuff happens. I'm not gonna cover it because that's not that relevant. Yeah. So Deku is like thinking of like, oh, what can I do? Then Great Sage like comes to his mind and says like, Master, I suggest an improvement of your abilities. Like, what kind of abilities, Great Sage? Like improvement of your physical abilities and your quirk abilities, so that you can become a better superhero, and you can enter UA, and you will have a 99.994% chance of getting into UA. So like Great Sage, because of its like evolution, like Great Sage Raphael now did like instruct him, clean up the Dagobah page. It's also heroic, and it's also helpful for your body. And it's like, well, Deku does that, like cleans up the Dagobah page, and after cleaning the Dagobah page, the predator comes out, and he devours everything, like all the metal, all the junk, all the like plastic, all the concrete. He devours them, and Great Sage like, analysis complete. 750 tons of metal, 350 tons of plastic, 259 tons of copper, and 250 tons of gold found, along with mud. And Deku is like, what did you do? You didn't ask any permission. Then Great says like, Master, sorry for the inconvenience, Master. All the resources and all the essence have been completely analyzed, and they have been copied. You can now make copies out of all the things that you have absorbed. And do you wish me to transfer this like pile of trash into energy, so that we can evolve with that expand into our evolution? Yes, Great Sage like uses energy to evolve itself. So Great Sage is like, so Deku is like, hang on, before, like when we absorbed the sludge villain, you evolved, Great Sage, you evolved from into an AI to let's say you evolved from AI into a super AI, and you became Great Sage Raphael. How about Predator? Do you think we can apply those skill points and evolve Predator? Great Sage, affirmative. Then Deku is like, well, then do it. Then they absorb, then they put the skill point into Predator, and Predator evolves into Gluttony. So yeah, true fans know what this Gluttony means. Gluttony is kind of like essentially like a vortex of like devour, like absorbs everything. Yeah, Gluttony is too OP, even OPier than Predator. So unique, advanced skill, Gluttony found. Unique skill, Predator found. Skill evolution, Gluttony plus Predator. Ultimate Gluttony or Ultimate Predator found. Yes, Ultimate Predator sounds more cooler than Ultimate Predator found. So basically, because of this skill, like Deku can like absorb anything, within like 1 kilometer radius. Like imagine he's the circle, and within like 1 kilometer radius he can absorb anything. Yeah, so that's a pretty damn OP Deku. So yeah, he's gonna be pretty OP. So we're gonna like leave off now, because the next episode we're gonna cover like the UA administration exam. And this is your host and host, Anime Pie Kranti, signing out. Before signing you out, give me a comment, give me like, give me a share, lots of it. And if you're like really good at like making thumbnails, give me a heads up, because I really like to like use better thumbnails, because I suck at making like thumbnails, period. Yeah. And I have like other music stuff in this channel and other what ifs. Please like look up to them, and please have a view. You might like them, who knows, you might like them. Go to my like playlist and have some searcheroo. You can some search stuff, and you can like find something interesting, I bet. And this is your host and host again, signing off. Tada, bye bye, and love ya.